This is Teacher's the Summer, Grade 7, Grammar, Literary Companion Book on page 270. Our today's lesson is hyphens and dashes. Hyphen rules. Some of the functions of hyphens in written English. Hyphen, just as all punctuation marks, ensure the clarity of writing. Hyphens function to avoid confusion and misreading by joining compound words, including nouns and other modifiers. Some of the functions of hyphens are the following. As you know, in written English, punctuation marks are very important. Without punctuation marks, what you are reading will be confusing. You need to have something that tells you the end of the sentence, whether the sentence is question or statement, or exclamation. So punctuation marks are very important. So one of the punctuation marks that we use is hyphen. Some of the functions of hyphens are the following. Compound numbers and fractions. We can use hyphens in compound numbers and fractions. Use hyphens with compound numbers between and including 21 and 99. For example, numbers from 21, including 21 itself, until 99, including 99. Whenever they are written in words, there should be a hyphen. 21, between 20 and 1, there should be a hyphen. 45, there should be a hyphen between. 77, there should be a hyphen here too. 99, there should be a hyphen between 90 and 99. This is one of the functions of hyphens. Also, use hyphens to separate numerators and denominators in fractions. I think you know what numerators and denominators in mathematics. I'm sorry. For example, 1/2. Between 1 and half, there should be a hyphen. 1 is numerator, whereas half is denominator when you write fraction numbers. And the second one is 2/3. Between 2 and thirds, there should be a hyphen. This is another fraction also, but which is written in words. 3/10. This is another fraction. Between 3 and 10s, there should be a hyphen. So whenever we write fractions in words, we should put hyphen between them. We can also use hyphens in compound nouns. Use hyphens with compound nouns. For example, mother-in-law. This is a compound noun because it has 3 words in it, and that's why it's compound. Compound nouns, as you know, they are made up of 2 or more words. Mother-in-law. So we should put between mother and in hyphen, and also between in and law hyphen. Mother-in-law. It's a compound noun which is hyphenated. Mother-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, uncle-in-law. There are different compound nouns that take hyphen. T-shirt, between T and shirt there is a hyphen. Great aunt, great aunt. The This is a compound noun which should be hyphenated. Do not use hyphens between nouns in which the first noun modifies or describes the second. For example, child doctor. Child is here functioning like a modifier, like an adjective. Which actor? Child actor. Child actor. Child actor. Child modifies actor, so we don't need to put hyphen between them. Football player. What kind of player is he? Football player. So we don't need to put hyphen between football and player, because football is an adjective, a modifier here. It modifies player. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. Here also chocolate modifies what kind of cake it is, so we don't need to put comma between them. And the next one is we can use hyphen in compound modifiers. Use hyphens to join compound modifiers that precede nouns. For example, the first example here is middle class family. In this phrase, middle class is a compound modifier which is functioning like an adjective, and it modifies family. What kind of family? Middle class family. Income wise, middle class family. So middle class is a compound modifier which is describing family. Self, and the second example is self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. So here self-fulfilling modifies prophecy. What kind of prophecy? Self-fulfilling. And the other is soft-hearted neighbor. Soft-hearted neighbor. Soft-hearted is a compound modifier that describes neighbor. What kind of neighbor? Soft-hearted. So between this compound modifiers, we need to put hyphen. Use hyphens to join adjectives with adverbs such as better, best, ill, lower, little, and well. For example, well-known novelist. Between well and known, we need to put hyphen. Better prepared student. Better prepared student. We can also use hyphens in prefixes and suffixes. Let's see through example. Use hyphens with certain prefixes and suffixes such as all, anti, elect, ex, mid, neo, post, pre, pro, and self. For example, all purpose. All purpose, there should be a hyphen. Mid-century, which is another prefix, there should be a hyphen also here. Mid-century. Self, which is a prefix because it comes before the word, so it's pre means before, so it's a prefix. Self, mid, all here is a prefix. Self hyphen employed. So before the prefix, we need to put hyphen. These are some of the functions of hyphen. Now let's see some functions of a dash. A dash. Dash is like a hyphen. The shape is like a hyphen, but a bit longer. A dash shows a strong, sudden break in thought or speech. like commas and parentheses. Dash separate certain words, phrases, or clauses from the rest of the sentence or paragraph. A dash may also take the place of certain words before an explanation. Let's see, for example, used to show a sudden break in thought. It's too cold. Dash well below zero to go out. So well below zero, the phrase well below zero comes between the sentence. So this interrupter should be put between dashes. It's too cold to go out. But unfortunately, the speaker, there's something that interrupted the speaker, and he used well below zero. It's too cold, well below zero to go out. So well below zero is interrupting the sentence, so it should be put between dashes. I waited too much long for my friend to return. This is another interrupter also. I waited for my friend to return, you can say, but too much long, when it comes between, then we have to put between dashes. Use in place of in other words, namely, or that is, before an explanation. The test was hard. I should have studied last night. So here the writer is explaining the first sentence. So when you explain, you need to put dash. That's all I have for today. If you have any question, any problem, please write on Schoology. Have a nice day.